super exciting information to share with you today. If for any reason you cannot see my first slide, if any of you are watching could give me a thumbs up that you can see my slides, that would be super helpful. Awesome. Thanks. Thank you. You are the bomb. All right, perfect. All right, we're going to get going here. So let me minimize this little beast. All right, so like I said, we put together education webinar for you today to make sure that you have all the tools and resources that Franklin Virtual Schools can offer you. What we're going to cover today is what Franklin Virtual Schools is, how it works, how it can benefit your current and future students, how promoting the FVS and FLC programs give you a competitive edge in your market. We're so excited about what you can do with this. And then how FVS can help you earn more commission. And of course, at the very end, how to get your first students started. Now, many of you may know all about Franklin Learning Centers and Franklin Virtual Schools, but I want you to know that we are an accredited school. That means that our teachers, we have accredited American teachers all the way from the English language enhancement courses to the SAT prep courses to the dual diploma. They're monitoring all the students. This is not just pay and then jump online and do it at your own pace. We have a very, very strict monitoring process here so that the students can be successful. This is an accredited school. That means that a Franklin Virtual High School diploma is absolutely carte blanche. You are good all over the world with a high school diploma, an American high school diploma. We have preparation programs. We have an academic year program prep, and I'll be going over these again extensively to let you know what you can do with these. We have our language assessment test prep to help with languages. We have the ACT and SAT assessment prep as well, and GED. We are in English development, the middle school, the high school, post-secondary, and of course we have something very special, our academic remediation. Those are our credit recovery courses. Your students have access to on-demand tutoring, and we'll explain this a little bit further along in, but we have targeted solutions for English language learning, American academic programs. We have all kinds of customized and blended curriculums, and we're targeting countries who need our help. When you might have a student who can't come to an English-speaking country, we're going to be able to help that student as well. Partnerships and approved FLC centers are what we are all about. We're not brand new. Since 2009, over 50,000 students from more than 100 countries have participated in Franklin Virtual High School programs. They go to universities and college programs. Here are over 100 schools listed that our students have been involved in. So you can join the hundreds of agents already experiencing the future of education today, because Franklin Virtual Schools, you want to write this down, it's all about e-learning. E-learning, learning over the internet, virtual school, adaptive content for every student, and custom tailored education. We have virtualization of the classroom, and here's the best part. They internalize what they're learning because they can see it right there. They don't have to go anywhere. Classes are on the go. This is the way that e-learning is going. It's mobile, it's on tablets, there are other technologies you can use it on. And then of course, just like any high school, the American high school diploma and our virtual high school, Franklin has school identity. We have a spirit store. Your students can get t-shirts and sweatshirts and banners, and of course bumper stickers, anything they want to be identified that they're a Franklin student as well. The increased teacher evolution, guys, dependence on technology is simply going to grow. It's not going away. So you want to get on board with this revolution. We have 24/7 learning. Now, here's the exciting part. With your existing students, we can help your J1 students who want to be prepared for their study abroad programs, and not just prepared, but well prepared, because the pre-academic year prep can help them understand what being in an American or a UK or a Canadian high school situation or school classroom situation is going to be like. We can also help with their English language. I speak English. The English language enhancement is an incredible program for increasing comprehension, That's not just teaching someone English. That's teaching them how to understand English. And we have independent study courses so your students can get ahead before they go, or when they come back and they want to go back and become F1s, the independent study courses help them get a leg up. So the best part is, no matter what part of the world that you're in, your students can earn an American high school diploma. This puts them at the head of the pack when they're entering universities, when they're applying for universities worldwide. And a high school diploma from America is something that not a lot of people have got. It shows that they're a motivated student, that they understand how to study on their own. It has a lot of skills that show up on their applications. The dual diploma program I'm going to cover in just a minute, but the dual diploma program is even more exciting because not only can they concurrently work on their American high school diploma, but they can still stay in their home country's high school and get a high school diploma there. We do a lot with blending and making sure that the transcripts from their high school transfer for the American high school transcripts, that all of those credits work out and they can actually leave high school with 2 diplomas. We also have the SAT and ACT test prep. That's coming up, the next SAT coming up at the end of September, early October. We can help your students right now be prepared to take that test. And then also we have AP and honor courses, which is so exciting because that means that if your student gets an American high school diploma and they have AP and honors courses in there, they can actually graduate with higher than a 4.0 GPA. So again, these are situations that you can use Franklin. We can walk you through how to get that done every step of the way. That's exactly what we're here to do. And those AP and honor courses, again, that puts them at the head of the line for any university worldwide that they're applying to. Absolutely. So here's what you can do with your new students. And this part to me is the most exciting. I'm absolutely passionate about helping the children who can't get out of their own country for whatever reason. Doesn't matter whether it's finances or their English comprehension needs to be elevated before they can get started in something else. There are safety concerns. I mean, globally, we are really being challenged at this time. They may have visa difficulties. There may be academic qualifications that hold them back and don't allow them to leave their own country. Previous to this program and previous to getting involved as an authorized Franklin agent, you may not have had a way to help these children. You now do. They can take their courses right there in their home country on their own computer in their own home or their own school, and they can earn an American high school diploma, or they can earn that dual diploma, or they can, enhance their English language comprehension, all of these things without leaving the comfort of their own home country. So that's very exciting. Maybe you had in your student base, you had, 10 students, and out of those you could only get 5 of them. Even if you could send 5 of them abroad, what are you doing with the other 5? The other 5 can stay home and still get educated. They can have the best quality from an accredited American school. That kind of education. It's a competitive edge, absolutely. The SAT test prep, like I said, that's going on. We have students enrolled in that right now, and we want to get all of your students who need that test ready for the September, early October testing. As I mentioned earlier, our remedial courses, the credit recovery can help save your students' GPA. If you have a J1 or if you have an F1 that had to come back home, and they maybe need to take a class over and get a better grade, maybe they were sidetracked or distracted at the school that they attended, they can come home and we can help them recover their GPA. Pre-year abroad prep, which I mentioned earlier, fully prepares your student for the English-speaking school experience. This is a class and a course where they're going to learn the lingo. They're going to learn what it exactly will be like, what they'll be expected to understand, what kind of notes they'll be expected to take, how the tests are going to go. It's really going to help them be very successful in the year abroad. And those year abroads, they cost money. So you want your students to be as successful as possible. this is the best possible way to help them. Independent study is also a great way to introduce your students to the future of education and e-learning in general. Absolutely. Now, I know you all are probably thinking, wow, these programs sound so great, but what does it really mean to my bottom line? What it really means to your bottom line and expanding your business here. Think of it, like I just said, the pre-AYP, maybe you have some students who are going in September. They have 2 months. It's a 3-month window that they can take the course. So maybe it won't take them all 3 months to get the course done. They can probably get it done a little early, or here's the best part about e-learning. They can actually take their course with them wherever they're going and complete it if it takes them 3 months. It's absolutely no problem. The SAT and ACT preparation, again, these two things are they're an immediate addition to whatever you're doing, whatever you're helping your students do. Anyone who needs that test prep can get their hands on it right away. Now, I mentioned as well, the full-time student who wants the American high school diploma, you can do it by semester even. That's about 4 to 6 classes, full-time student. But look at the commission. Let me make sure this little thing from my Zoom isn't in the way. There we go. The commission, look at that commission for a full-time student. If you even had 3 full-time students, you'd be looking at almost a little over $1,000 US in commissions coming back into your business and into your company. Many of you, I'm sure, could use this for your students and to also use that type of revenue to build your businesses. And then lastly, and of course, all these courses are available. I simply highlighted these because they're not only available right now and an immediacy that we can start using them and you can start earning commissions, but also I wanted you to see the power of sending your students to Franklin Virtual Schools, letting us help you with their academic roadmap. Any of the information you need, we're here to help you. And then of course, with that dual diploma, if you even have 5 students in that, that's over $5,000 that you can use back in revenue for building your business. So obviously there's money to be had here. There's also an incredible deal for the students who are using the program. There's training and teaching here like they've never experienced, and they're going to be very, very happy with the program. Besides, if you really go gangbusters, your wholesale costs are available, and we can easily help you with any number of students going through these programs, and you can see your commissions climb and climb and climb. So what you want to do next is you want to make sure that you are registered as an authorized Franklin representative if you're not already at fvhsi.com/agents. You want to schedule an appointment with one of our enrollment managers. In fact, I started so quickly. I was so excited to get to the information. I didn't even introduce you to the other member of our enrollment specialist team here is Mike Daly. So you'll be getting to meet him here in just a second. And then, of course, you want to put next week's webinar in your schedule. We're going to have a series of these webinars to help you guys understand exactly how you can use Franklin to your students' best benefit, to your business's best benefit, and put it in your schedule for this same time next week. And you can invite your colleagues. We're going to be going over things like how to get your first student enrolled. We're going to be going over in-depth look at each one of the programs. There's all kinds of information about Franklin that you can get on these webinars. So you want to put that back in your calendar. And then, of course, join the Franklin Revolution. Enroll your student in the future of education today. Even just this morning, we had this exact same webinar, and a lady from Russia enrolled 2 students today, just as a result of the information that she received on this webinar, letting her know exactly how she could use Franklin to help those 2 students. They are going away in September, and they wanted some extra help of how the classes would be. And so they're doing some independent studies. It's very exciting. As you all know, Ben Franklin, an American inventor, said an investment in education pays the best interest. We're very excited that you've joined us for our webinar tonight. And of course, I want to go ahead and open the floor, introduce my esteemed colleague, Mike Daly, and open the floor for questions. All right.
Thank you very much, Heidi.
Yeah, we've got Mike there. Is there anyone on right now that has a question that what they want answered? Just a quick answer to your first question, Sungmin Kim. This has been recorded, so we will take a look at it. And of course, I want to get the absolute best recording before we send out the link. But we'll get you. We definitely will get the best recording and get you out something just like this. Hi, Larita.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Well, I would just like to, before we answer any questions that there may be out there, I just wanted to give some additional comments to some of the things that Heidi touched upon during the presentation. Namely, she mentioned in the beginning about how the Franklin program is a closely monitored program. And I think that's something that's a very big concern to a lot of parents, because if they're thinking about taking their son or daughter out of their high school or just having them do their high school program online when they're away at work or not being completely monitored by themselves, there is some concern there that, is my son or daughter really going to be learning anything? Are they really going to be making progress? Are they really going to be using the time with the Franklin program to get ahead in their high school education? The keywords I think Heidi mentioned were that it's a closely monitored program. And we do that in a way that we have a lot of very dedicated 24/7 support staff who are closely monitoring what is happening with all of the students in all of the courses. And they have a number of different alerts that may happen if a particular student is falling behind in their course or not doing as well as they possibly could. There's a very quick intervention in those kind of situations. And also there's a way for parents themselves to monitor what's happening with their son or daughter through our course delivery platform. And so there needn't be that kind of concern when students are, or when an agent is thinking about promoting our program. That's something that they can tell to prospective parents and children about what to expect with our program. So there is that assurance that it's going to be a program that they're going to not only want to do, but it's also going to be something that they do and make good progress in and enjoy.
Yes.
The second point is, and this is one of the things that I personally like most about working with Franklin, is the fact that you as an agent never have to be in a position of telling the student, no, I can't help you. And the way I say that is because Franklin offers so many different solutions to so many different student situations. Like we went over earlier in the presentation, some students have, or some families have the concern about finances. How are they possibly going to afford sending their son or daughter to the United States to get an American high school education? Well, if you took a look at the numbers earlier, you could tell very clearly that the cost of taking a accredited Franklin high school program, or even a single course, is a small fraction of what it would be to have your son or daughter to go live in the U.S. So, and then of course, there may be students that you're working with who come to you with grand plans for going on to further education in college or university, and maybe they didn't do so well in high school. Well, Franklin, again, is there to help them through course recovery, SAT or ACT prep course, or whatever it is that they are lacking that they need to get to the goal that they're setting for themselves. So never having to say no is something that I like best about Franklin, and I think it's something that will allow you to be able to reach an even broader audience of students than you may be able to with more traditional programs.
Absolutely. And Mike, thanks for bringing those points up, because especially with what's going on our globe these days, safety is the #1 concern for minors, for everybody, but especially children under 18 and,
Right.
and right around that age. So I think it's an awesome, a very awesome solution. And like you said, there isn't anybody that we can't help. Mike and I, of course, are dedicated to helping all of our agents take full advantage of everything that Franklin can offer. And if there aren't any further questions, I'll go ahead and let us all go. But please feel free to email us or Skype us, send us a message. There are easy ways for you to get a hold of us, and we will be available for you to help build your business. So thanks very much for coming. We appreciate your time, and we'll be working with you guys directly. Thanks. Have a great night or morning. Bye.
Bye-bye.